All right, so we're live. Welcome. It's Sarah Stovetop, and today we are going to be honoring St. Patrick's Day for it's coming up, and I thought it would be fun to do something where you are actually you can make something that isn't like a traditional St. Patrick's Day food. So how about we try making green monster muffins? So this is a great recipe that you can use. You could serve as a dessert or as like a breakfast muffin. And it has a secret ingredient in it. It's basically got some applesauce and bananas, all the regular things you would put into a muffin, including we are going to be making our own oat flour using oats, old-fashioned oats. And let's see what else. Oh, secret ingredient that helps make it green is our kale and fiber enrichables. And this is something you can add to a recipe to just enhance it and give it, a little something extra. So we're going to add the kale and fiber so that it adds some kale and fiber, so veggies to it, and that's what makes it green. But the nice thing about the enrichable kale and fiber is that it's got, let's see, it's got 8 grams of fiber, and that's provided by chicory root fiber, and it's got kale in it. So it's like, I think it's like 2 cups of kale in there, and that gives you vitamin D and calcium and iron. Well, no iron, sorry, potassium, and yeah, and it's good for you. Okay, so here's the enrichable. Those are going to go in. So let's get that going. But first, our friend Hobbs is here, and he wants his biscuit. So, that's a tradition here. Let's turn the camera down so you can see him. There he is. Good boy, Hobbs. Are you ready? There you go, baby. Okay. Good boy. Thank you for joining me today. Okay. All right. So welcome. I'm Sarah Stovetop. This is Tool Time Tuesday, episode 120, and we're going to work with our Deluxe cooking blender. And so let's get started because I got a little bit of late start. I had some technical difficulties, sorry to say. Let's see if there's anybody here on the chat. Nope, I don't see anybody there, so that's okay. But if you want to tell me where you're tuning in from, or if you would like to comment on anything that you're seeing here, let me know. So we've got our Deluxe cooking blender. Here it is. I call him her Luxie, just because she's deluxe. She's awesome. And we're going to start by making our oat flour. And so we need 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. I use the organic kind that I get from Trader Joe's. I just love that. I've got my cup measure. And let's turn this down so you can see. There we go. So we got 2 cups of oats, I believe. And this is so we're gonna blend this. We're gonna, that was a little much. Okay, there we go. We're gonna use the blender to pulverize it and make it into a flour, basically. So let's see, make sure I've got my little cheat sheet here, my recipe. That sound you were hearing is my oven that was preheating to 350 degrees. So we've got 2 cups of the oats. We're going to put the lid on and turn it on. And hold on 1 second. And then we're going to turn this to custom, I believe, or to pulse, sorry. Oh, you know what? I need to custom blend and then pulse at 6. Okay, and then we're going to hit pulse, just so you can see. So I've got the 6 setting, which is, just a high amount. We're going to pulse for 10 seconds. Look how fast it's making that. And there we go, 10 seconds, and we have got, it's really pulverized in there. Wow, check this out. Look at that, that's oat flour. So pretty easy. So if you could, of course, use oat flour if you have it, but there's no point. If you've already got old-fashioned oats, you can make your own oat flour. So it just saves the step of buying extra oat flour. All right, so then we're going to add the remaining ingredients, and that is 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I should have had this pre-measured, but baking powder 2 teaspoons, and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And we had the Corinthian cinnamon that was available at the end of last year. I've still got some left, so I'm going to use that. 1 teaspoon of that. And then we need a teaspoon of, half a teaspoon, sorry, of baking soda. Let me find my half teaspoon. I love these, are such wonderful measuring spoons, and they all stick together, which is nice. So you can find them in the drawer. So what did I say? Half a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt. So there's the baking soda and the salt. I always keep it in a little jar on the counter because you always need it for a pinch here or there. And let's see, 2 packets of the enrichables. So remember I said it's a kale and fiber enrichables. I'm just going to take this off, and you'll see it's green. So this is what's going to make it that green color. But how fun. Like if you have little kids, you can really make this fun for them. And you could even decorate these once they're done. Make them into almost like a muffin or cupcake kind of thing too. And then we're going to add, let's see, 1/3 of a cup of applesauce. And of course I have my, I love the measure all cups. I mean, I have all the different sizes. I used the 2 cup size earlier. So here's the 1 cup size. And basically you can use it for liquid measure because it has a spout. I think I've talked about this before, but you can also use it for something sticky or solid. Pardon me. I made some applesauce earlier, and I stored it in these are such great storage containers. I love them because they're flexible and you can easily get them in and out. So we're going to take 1/3 of a cup. Let me double check. Yep, 1/3 of a cup. And I don't know if you can see that. I'll put it down here. So, guess what? This is in the way. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I've opened it up to 1/3 of a cup, and you just pour it in, and then it's easy to measure and kind of level it off. And I'm not perfect, as you know, I am pampered, but not perfect. And then we're gonna put it right in here, and all you do is push the lid down. Oh, it's really hard today. Oh, there we go. I think my hands are tired today. I was practicing piano earlier and I get tired. Okay, so we've got the applesauce, a little bit of that, some maple syrup. Let's see, we need a 1/3 of a cup of maple syrup. So you know what? I'm just going to use the other side of this to measure the maple syrup. I'll show you in just a second here. The maple syrup. Okay, 1/3 of a cup goes right to here. Okay, I thought I was going to need less, so I was going to use this one, but that's okay. 1/3 of a cup goes in there, goes right in here. All right. I could have done it on the other side because it is a little squishy too. Okay, and then we need a couple of eggs. Oh, and bananas, the bananas. 2 large ripe bananas. So that's actually really something I wanted to talk to you guys about. So sometimes I don't have bananas that are ripe. I've already, like they get overripe and I freeze them. And so what I'll do is I'll freeze them with, I'll roll them in wax paper and maybe cut them in half if they're big ones. And then I will put them in a plastic bag in the freezer and just pull them out as I need them. So that we've got those bananas and eggs, 2 eggs. And then we need 1/4 of a cup of canola oil. I don't have canola oil right now. I have just some vegetable oil, which will be fine. And we're going to use 1/4 cup. Oh, good. I can use this. I love this. This is brand new. Back again. It's a bring back item. It's the Easy Read measuring cup, and it's the mini one or petite one, I think it is. And I love it because it's got like this is the quarter cup measure, but you can also measure tablespoons. I don't know if you can read that, but it's fantastic. This is one of my favorites. Okay, so we got that. And what else is going there? Oh, vanilla extract. And I still have some left over from last, at the end of the year. We had the Madagascar double strength vanilla, which is awesome. Okay, so, well, let's see. I think that's good. Where did this come from? Oh, okay, so we've got all that. We're just going to put this on custom blend again. So how quickly can you make, you know, a lovely, oops, how quickly can you make a lovely muffin recipe? This is so fast. I love it. So we're going to custom blend on speed number 3. So go down there and, oops, let's cancel it and let's custom blend again. Oh, I have to go through all the whole things. Okay, custom blend and setting number 3. And then we're going to do it for 30 to 45 seconds. So I'm going to press this, let it go while I clean up a little bit and start the next step, okay? So while it's going, you can watch it. Okay, I'm going to stop it for a second. I'm going to squish down the sides because I can see that it's not quite blended there. And I want to get that all squished down so that things go through. Okay. Ooh, it's looking pretty green. Well, this be fun. And if you know what, if it's not green enough for you for St. Patrick's Day in particular, you can always add a little bit of food coloring. So here we go. We'll finish this off. Okay, I think that's probably ready. What I'm doing here is I'm just spraying this pan with a little bit of oil so that they don't stick. Of course, they do have some oil in them, so they probably won't stick. But this is our, I love this little sprayer because it's a kitchen spritzer. You put your own oil in it, and that way it doesn't stick. And you're not getting all those chemicals that happen in those cans. You know, that stuff is bad for you. So only caution with this is to make sure once you're done using the spray, after you pumped it up, you want to release the pressure, and you should hear, oh, that's strong. There we go. You can hear it decreasing there, or coming out. Okay, so let's turn this off, cancel, off, and pour this in. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pour it or if I should just scoop it. I'm thinking I should scoop it. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think scooping it will be better. Well, I might be able to pour it. Actually, now that I'm looking at it. A little bit there. So these are going to go in the oven, I think, for 20 minutes. So obviously, we'll be done with our broadcast before they come out of the oven, but I did want to just show you. So I'm using the brownie pan. You, of course, could use just a regular muffin pan, but I thought it'd be fun to have them little squares, and then maybe I could decorate them or, you know, do a little something later. But I like using the brownie pan. I'm not a muffin girl so much, I guess. I love having the having the ability to have corners too. That's good. Okay, we're just about done here. See how fast that whipped up? Actually, I'm gonna have some extra maybe. Perfect. And remember, my Deluxe cooking blender also cleans itself. So I'll put some water in here with a little bit of, I'll put 3 cups of water in here, and then up to about here, and then I'll add a couple of drops of detergent, liquid detergent, and then I'll turn it on to the clean cycle. It'll heat it up and it'll buzz it around and clean it. So it's pretty easy. All right, well, let's put this in the oven. What do you think? Let's see, can I get you over here? And bring you over here to see the oven. And open it up. You should be able to see that. Grab the mitts. All right, oops, I'm realizing maybe I should have raised or changed the level there. I didn't do that. Oh, well. We want it in the middle level. That's usually the best level for baked goods. So in they're going, and there we go. You see that? Goodbye. I'm gonna set my timer, and then we should be good to go. I'm gonna set it for 20 minutes, and we'll see. 20 minutes, okay. I love it. I'm excited to try these. I haven't tried these before. What do you guys think? I should check to see if there's anything in the chat. Live comments. Looking good. Oh, yes, Hobbs got his biscuit. He always likes that. He says yummy is for sure. Thank you so much for your comments. Appreciate it. All right, friends. So let me make sure I haven't gone over my time. I did pretty well tonight. So that came together pretty quickly. And it's pretty nutritious too. There's only 7 grams of fat in it, 160 calories per muffin. Saturated fat, total fat is 7, I think I said. Cholesterol is 30 milligrams, sodium 250, carbohydrates 25, fiber 2, 11 grams of sugar, and 3 grams of protein. Now you also could add the pea protein powder to this to give it a little protein boost. So that's kind of a good thing to think about as well. So anyways, I just wanted to share with you one way you can use our enrichables. And today we used 2 packets of the kale and fiber. And I thank you so much for joining me on Tool Time Tuesday. It is, I can't believe we've been doing 120 episodes already. That's a lot. So tune in next week. I'll have another recipe for you, or maybe a tool. I haven't decided yet. Sometimes I don't plan it, weeks in advance. Sometimes it's that day. Sometimes it's a week ahead. You never know. Anyways, have a great evening. I'm Sarah Stovetop. If you feel that this was helpful, feel free to share it with anybody who you think might find this helpful as well. Have a wonderful evening, and catch you next week. Bye. Oh, I have to do it on this one. Sorry. Totally forgot. All right.